So if you're just barely managing to squeeze in 1 to 2 dojo training sessions a week, this solo training system will allow you to master your throws to actually be able to execute them when fighting. No dojo required. The problem is most busy professionals don't have a lot of time or energy, especially after work, to go train at the dojo. It might be far away. It might require mental effort to get out the couch to actually freaking go to practice, especially if it's far. It's late at night sometimes. They end like super late, 10 p.m. almost, and you come home. You can't fall to sleep because your heart rate's still elevated and you're rolling around in bed and you wake up freaking sleep deprived. Problem number 2 is a lot, especially in the US, a lot of dojos are really low level. Not only that, if you're trying to master, 1 to 2 throws, that's what I recommend. Just lock in 1 to 3 throws max and just focus all your energy and your time into that, and you'll actually get good fast at those 1 to 2 throws. But most dojos, they just, when you go, you're at the mercy of whatever the instructor decides to teach the class, and that's what you work on. And the case for me, it was this one dojo was really strict, and they were really stupid about the technique that they were drilling, and they didn't want you working on any other technique or any other variation of the technique they're actually teaching, and they'd like scold you for it. It was so stupid, and I'm glad I left that place. And it's like you're working backwards. It's like, okay, I'm working on a freaking throw that I'm never gonna use, and it's like you're playing Russian roulette, like going to the dojo hoping that they finally pick the throw that you're gonna work on. Oh yes, it's Uchimata Day, which probably only happens once every 2 months. Forget that. The dojo, in my opinion, is only useful for randori, to test what you've been refining at home. I personally don't like depending on the dojo to work on techniques. I'd rather just do this solo training system. By the way, these are similar routines that I took from my Judoka Ascension program. So this training system itself consists of 3 parts. So the first one is a grappling dummy. Guys, I refined my throws over the years just using a grappling dummy. Number 2 would be elastic bands, and number 3, shadow drills and flexibility mixed in there. Okay, guys, this is assuming you already trained, you've been doing judo for at least a year, so you kind of know the basics already. With the grappling dummy, this is my favorite thing to do. The grappling dummy works as your partner. You can throw it as many times as you'd like without worrying about injuring it, without any repercussions. You can land on top of it, cool. And it's at your disposal, your convenience. Whenever you want to use it, just freaking take it out in your backyard and throw it. So the benefit of this is the quality of reps. The more reps you do, the more little nuances, the more little details you discover about what makes the throw better, and how to position your ankles, your feet, your hips, where to look, how far to turn your head to make the throw feel beautiful. And it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take a couple of reps. I mean, I'm not even gonna say it's gonna take a time. Yeah, it's a skill like learning the piano, but the longer your training session is, and the more of a flow state you fall into, you can actually learn a lot in just one single session. I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, you can literally master a throw if you go hard with the training in just 1 week. Especially if you learn fast and you're very athletic. Not even athletic, let's say you're coordinated. Like if your reflexes are fast, like if somebody throws a ball at you and you catch it like really fast and they're not that far away from you, like that sort of thing. But if you're more of the uncoordinated type, it'll probably take you longer. Like I'm more of a guy who takes longer to learn like cognitive demanding stuff, but like athletically, physically, I get the hang of things quicker. I guess that's a blessing and a curse for me, for my line of work. And it was beautiful because I would spend, I spent like a summer just throwing my grappling dummy in my backyard while living with my parents and college days basically, and I had all the time in the world. And I was working on Uchimata and Koshiguruma, and I refined those throws pretty well because I would just, it wasn't even something I dread. I actually looked forward to doing it. It was fun. I love throwing the grappling dummy, and I just fell into a flow state, and I stopped counting the reps. That's how you know you fall into a flow state, is after you just forget about the reps and you just start having fun with it, and then that's when the beauty comes. And then I'm gonna tell you how to tie all this in to actually going to the dojo. So that's part one, the grappling dummy. The elastic bands, number two, just work for developing explosivity in the hips. So as you see me here doing on a screen, I like to really use it to add resistance to my twisting, which really helps the finish. Number three, the shadow drills, those work for any kind of like combination or movement you're trying to learn and like really lock in. So like, there's this one that I'm working on, which is like a kosoto to a cross step, and then coming for like a what's it called, the koshiguruma. I'll have to show you guys, but stuff like that, like your ouchi movement, uchimata footwork, that's everything that the shadow drills will work for. And if you're doing uchimata, that really knocks two birds with a stone, because you're really like elevating your leg up, and that really helps flexibility and muscle memory as well. So that's why I call it two birds with a stone. So that's the three-part system that you can do. Now, tying it all together with the dojo. You can do this routine 2 to 3 times a week and still go to the dojo as a minimum as 1 to 2 times a week. Guys, at the end, I'm gonna tell you my little story of how I learned judo the hard way online. So the beauty of doing this at home is that you have all the time in the world to refine your technique at home. And when you go to the dojo finally, you have an opportunity when you're fighting, when you're doing randori, hopefully they do randori at your dojo, you have an opportunity to test everything out and work on everything and refine it further week by week every time you go to the dojo. And it's amazing momentum. You'll be getting better faster than everybody else at the dojo, because I guarantee you nobody else watches my videos or even does their own solo training because they're lazy. And if they do, they're probably not as consistent as you are. Now, lastly, sets and reps. So I told you to do it 2 to 3 times a week. That's the sweet spot. That's how many times I do it a week. I'm pretty busy myself. I help my dad with landscaping a couple times a week, and in the midst of building my own business. And I go to the gym on top of that. That's something I also recommend, because muscle really helps you in grappling. But guys, no excuses. In fact, solo training, it only takes me like 20 minutes, and I just knock out 25 throws on the grappling dummy. And sometimes if I have like a dedicated session like I'm gonna do today, I'll take more time to stretch, you know, because I want to have more polished uchimatas. But it's that quick. Usually after work, like around 5-ish, I eat, wait 30 minutes, then I go for a 30-minute walk. I come back, I have my grappling dummy already outside, so when I come in through my front gate, I see the grappling dummy already there, so it reminds me to train. I'm like, okay, I just knock out 25 throws fast, get in a flow state, nice sweat going on, heart rate's up, endorphin rush, runner's high, feeling good. Never regret it. I never regret it, but I always regret not doing it and feeling lazy. And that's a good day for me. I love going for walks, guys. I highly recommend going for walks, especially if you're really stressed with life. Going for walks is something that is very much a staple of mine. So sets and reps. So for the grappling dummy, anywhere from 25 to like 100, depending how much time you have. And each rep you want to do like harder and harder and faster, and like, well, if you're still getting the hang of it, don't go fast, don't go hard. It's just like in the gym. When you're first starting, don't go straight to like 225. You want to build your way up there. For the elastic bands, same thing. I probably would do 3 sets of 6 reps. And then for the shadow stuff, you could do like 2 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 5. It just depends on, you know, how much time you have. But yeah, do that every week, guys, and you will get really good. I promise you. These are all exercises that I give my clients on my Judoka Ascension program. We basically make everything easier for you. You don't have to guess. We can figure out what are your main throws that you should be focusing on based on your stature, your physicality. And guys, before you think that judo training online is very inefficient, if you think I'm any good, I actually learned judo mostly from watching YouTube videos. I learned the hard way. If I had a coach, a mentor, like how I'm giving my clients on the Judoka Ascension program, it would have made me better a lot faster. Yeah, I was going to the dojo, but very, very inconsistent. So if I could do it, so can you. The senseis and people at the dojo would always look at me after I would come after like a month of inconsistency. They'd look at me like a time traveler, like, yo, where the heck have you been, Joey? And I would come every time with new tricks that I watch on YouTube videos and then work on it with the grappling dummy. Then I would demonstrate, and like, or I would just work on it with a partner, in the sense they would walk around looking at the students performing, and he would see me doing mine, and he was like, "Where'd you learn that?" I'm like, "YouTube." And then he started getting kind of jealous and kind of pissed that I was learning outside of the dojo that I was paying for. And he was like, "Why don't you use the dojo?" I'm like, "Because you don't freaking teach me, and your judo is not that good." But yeah, guys, don't underestimate the power of e-learning. E-learning is definitely booming according to studies in the next 10 years. A lot of online education is starting to boom, and I'm definitely jumping on that train. So this is the beginning stages of the Judoka Ascension program. So it's really working. We're getting our clients good results. If you don't believe me, go to my Instagram, Joey Gonzalez, go to the testimonials, the clients tab, and you'll see everybody that I've worked with over the course of 2-ish years, I believe now. We've done everything from like fitness, fat loss training, to now specifically judo technical work at home without the dojo. It's possible, guys. It's definitely possible. But being upfront, there's a fee. It's not free. If you can't afford coaching, keep watching my videos, because I do share enough information to kind of do it on your own. But what you would be paying for on my program is the implementation. Thinking out the window, stress out the window. We customize everything for you, so you don't have to do any of that. And shorten the learning curve so you don't spend years trying to figure it out on your own. That's all I got for you guys. Follow me on Instagram. Go watch my stories so you can learn a bit more about a judoka's lifestyle in the midst of working and solo training, all that good stuff. Definitely some good value there.